The brain is the control center and is an important organ of the body. Do you know many habits are silently damaging your brain? The brain is an extremely important organ that controls the activities of the human body. There are more than 100 billion neurons in the brain, each of which is connected to about 100,000 other neurons. So it has the function of absorbing and responding to human activities through psychological processes, thinking, speech, writing, etc. However, if you have the following bad habits, it will hinder the development, even damage the brain. The first, regularly skipping breakfast. Many times you are in a hurry and decide to skip breakfast, eat only lunch and dinner. But this causes your brain to receive less glucose, leaving you feeling tired, lethargic, irritable, and moody. Gradually skipping breakfast regularly affects your work and study efficiency a lot. A nutritious breakfast is one of the most important habits to maintain a healthy and energetic brain. In addition, breakfast also provides the body with necessary nutrients to help you function and work throughout the day. But with the habit of regularly skipping breakfast or replacing breakfast with unhealthy options, can increase the risk of health problems such as metabolic disorders, memory loss, mood control. The second, regular stress. Not all of the body's stress responses are harmful. But in addition to the types of stress that are helpful when we need to use physical strength or energy for creativity, chronic long-term stress can increase levels of cortisol, a hormone produced by the adrenal glands. Excess cortisol can affect the digestive system, stimulate appetite leading to weight gain, trigger inflammatory mechanisms, reduce immune function and can lead to heart disease, diabetes and cancer. In particular, prolonged stress affects the adrenal glands, causing mental exhaustion, anxiety, anger, and brain fog, a condition in which the brain cannot concentrate and think clearly. More dangerously, this type of stress can also change its function and structure, causing damage at the DNA level. The third, drink less water often. Water makes up about 70% of the body's mass and is an important component of metabolism. This is why dehydration can lead to a number of problems such as constipation, kidney stones, fatigue. For the brain, water accounts for 85%, so dehydration causes the brain to shrink, affect emotions such as anger and anxiety, trigger headaches and even alter brain function. Not drinking enough water can make both your mouth and brain too dry. A study in the journal Human Brain Mapping found that dehydration causes shrinking of its tissue as well as negative effects on cognitive functioning. Drinking water is the easiest thing you can do to keep your brain healthy, so why not do it now? The fourth, cover your head with blankets when you sleep. Many people often cover their heads when sleeping, especially in the cold season. However, this habit means you are rebreathing the exhaled air and causing brain cell damage due to prolonged lack of oxygen. Mild cases can cause headaches and fatigue, while severe cases can lead to memory loss and an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. The fifth, listen to mobile phone a lot. Many studies show that types of electromagnetic waves silently affect the brain, which can cause irreversible damage, cancer, etc. The more frequent and longer exposure time, the greater the damage. They recommend using headphones or external speakers, and do not hold the phone to your ear especially when charging or traveling on the highway. The sixth, drinking too much coffee. Coffee gradually becomes an indispensable drink of many people in the busy modern life. While drinking coffee can temporarily wake you up and boost your productivity, a neuropsychopharmacology study found that drinking lots of coffee with lattes can increase adenosine receptors, brain chemicals that make you feel tired. Over time, you can become dependent on coffee. Without it is difficult to stay awake. The Mayo Clinic recommends drinking no more than 2 cups of coffee, or 200 milligrams of caffeine, per day. The seventh, eat a lot of sweets. According to research, a large amount of sugar negatively affects the neurological factors of the brain. Besides, having too much sugar in the body will disrupt the absorption of protein and nutrients, leading to malnutrition, which can interfere with brain development. New research from the University of Michigan, USA, on fruit flies shows that a high-sugar diet depletes key brain metabolites including N-acetyl aspartate, NAA, and kynurenine, substances that help keep the brain healthy and antidepressant. The researchers also found that eating a lot of sugar completely changed the metabolic pattern in the flies. Remarkably, these changes occur in the brain in a similar way to how cancer cells develop. The eighth, chronic sleep deprivation. Adults should sleep at least 7 hours a night to ensure health. When we sleep, the metabolic mechanism will work actively to eliminate toxins and waste products accumulated during the day. So, lack of sleep means that the cleaning mechanism is not activated, causing harmful substances to accumulate in the brain for a long time and lead to serious damage. In the long term, it causes migraine-like symptoms and increases the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, such as dementia in older adults, Alzheimer. The ninth, often the sound is too loud when wearing headphones. Listening to music at high volume is not only bad for your ears, but it is also potentially harmful to your brain. According to a report by the Better Hearing Institute, there is a link between hearing loss in the elderly and loss of brain tissue. This damage may result from the brain having to work harder to understand conversations as hearing ability declines. The solution for you is not to listen to the sound intensity more than 60% of the maximum level of the device and should let the ears have time to rest, not listen to it for many hours. The 10th, lazy to exercise. Regular exercise not only strengthens your muscles but also keeps your mind healthy. According to Marcel Dawn, author of Headstrong Performance, improve your mental performance with nutrition, exercise, and neuroscience. Exercise helps the body produce protein and stimulates brain cells to stimulate better memory and cognition. Being active means you just need to stand up for a walk, climb the stairs or do a few twists whenever you have free time during the day. Thus, there are habits that seem harmless and may not have immediate consequences, but over time, these bad habits will contribute to your health decline. As for the brain, the agency command, then the consequences will affect the long term and if not actively improve, brain aging and will soon leave serious consequences.